Welcome to Fuller Technical Institute. This training program will teach you how to safely and effectively use your cleaning products. At Fuller Industries, we pride ourselves on being commercial cleaning experts. We have manufactured commercial cleaning products for more than 110 years. Through sharing this expertise, we hope to teach you how to use your cleaning products in the safest and most efficient manner possible. Over the course of this series, we will be exploring a number of topics and cleaning scenarios you will encounter while on the job. With the tools we will equip you with through this video series, you will be able to maximize your efficiency, conduct your job in a safe environment, and increase your cleaning abilities. The topic of this video is floor stripping and finishing. This training video will teach you how to prepare floors, what equipment to use, and how to apply a stripping solution to strip the floor. Floor stripping removes all the finish from the floor to reveal a clean floor underneath. After stripping the floors, you will need to finish and seal your floors. Before you begin any cleaning procedures, notify anyone in the area that you are about to begin and gather all the required cleaning supplies and personal protective equipment, PPE. Always follow the manufacturer's label instructions. The first step in floor stripping is to prepare the area where you will strip the floors. In order to prepare your area, you will need to place wet floor signs around the perimeter. Move all furniture out of the way. If there is furniture that cannot be moved, it is fine to work around them using caution not to splash water on the furniture. Before applying any water or solvent to the floors, remove all gum, tape, and other foreign materials from the floor. Then, sweep the floors with a dust mop. Now that your floor is prepared, the second step in floor stripping is to gather your equipment. You will need 2 mop heads and handles. One as your strip mop, and the other is the dedicated rinse mop. You will also need 2 mop buckets and wringers. Label one as a strip bucket and the other a rinse bucket. You will then place a black stripping pad on a low-speed rotary floor machine. Fill the strip bucket with water and add stripping solution according to the manufacturer's directions on the label. Fill the rinse bucket with clean, cold water and equip a wet vacuum with a squeegee tool. Finally, place all the equipment in the area you will be working. The third step in floor stripping is applying the stripping solution. Before you apply the stripping solution, make sure the area is properly ventilated. You can improve ventilation by opening doors and windows. Dip your designated strip mop into your stripping solution. Allow the excess solution to drain back into your strip bucket. You will begin applying the stripping solution to the edges of the floors. Using an arc motion from left to right, apply the solution liberally to coat the entire floor. Work in small sections that are approximately 10 feet by 10 feet. Immediately wipe off any solution that splashes on the wall, baseboards, glass, or furniture with a damp mop. Allow the solution to remain on the floor for 5 to 10 minutes. Do not allow the solution to dry on the floor. If necessary to keep the floor wet, apply more water to the floor, being careful not to flood the floor. You can clean around baseboards, corners, and other areas that are unreachable with a doodlebug and pad. Do not overwet the floor. Doing so will cause damage to the building. Use special caution not to overwet the floor when cleaning on the second floor. After you have let the solution sit for 5 to 10 minutes, it is time to strip the floor. Grab the rotary floor machine with a stripping pad you prepared earlier. Use the machine to scrub the floor in a circular motion. Scrub from side to side and work into the room. Make sure to keep the floor wet as you are scrubbing and overlap the machine strokes to ensure you cover the entire floor. Examine the floor to ensure you have removed the finish. If residual gloss remains, re-strip the area. Once you have finished, remove the stripping solution from the floor using the wet vacuum. Do not use a floor squeegee to push the water to the wet vacuum. Once you are satisfied that all the finish has been removed, rinse the floor using the rinse bucket and rinse mop. Apply rinse water liberally to thoroughly wet the floor, using caution to not flood the floor. Remove the rinse water from the floor using the wet vacuum. Damp mop the floor with clean water. As your rinse water becomes soiled, empty and refill with cold, clean water. Dry floor with floor fans. Once the floor is completely dry, the next step is to finish the floors. Keep the wet floor signs at all entrances. Gather a clean finish mop, bucket, and trash bag. Line the bucket with your trash bag to protect the floor finish. It is important to use protective eye equipment when handling floor finish. Place the mop in the bucket and pour the floor finish on top to reduce foaming. Only pour enough finish to complete the job, as finish is not reusable once it leaves the bottle. Wring out the bottom of your mop until the finish stops dripping. Outline the floor, starting 6 inches from the baseboard. Using a figure-8 motion, fill in the area, working from the back out of the room to the front and out the door. Use both sides of the mop and re-dip in the finish as necessary. Allow finish to dry for at least 30 minutes. You can use fans to aid in drying, but do not direct fans directly toward the floor. Apply 6 coats of finish to stripping floors and 2 coats for top scrubbed floors.